It's very good morning to all of the participants on this online session. As you all know, our college BBIT is organizing this IP awareness program in collaboration with KAPILA and NIIPM. So Dr. Abhishek Shanchan is our today's speaker for this program. Dr. Shanchan is currently working as an examiner of patents and design at the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. Dr. Shanchan is PhD in Polymer Science from UBS Lorient, France, MTech in Polymer Science and Technology from IIT Delhi, and BTech in Plastic Technology from HBTI Kanpur. We also have our respected DGA sir, Bhavesh Bhattacharya sir with us. So I welcome all of the participants who are joining in this online session. So I request Bhavesh sir to say something about this, because as your speech always motivates us to conduct this kind of program on a regular basis. So sir, please. Good morning.
Thank you, Jayanta, for your introduction.
Welcome.
Let me, on behalf of the Institute, welcome all the dignitaries, participants, and my colleagues to this one-day interaction on IP awareness. We are thankful to NIIPM and KAPILA for kindly making some time available from their side for this program. It is very heartening to know that a significant number of students have joined this session. I am very much hopeful that with all this expertise available from the resource persons, they will be able to gain substantially during the course of the program. IP is always an important component of any academic institution. As a student or as a faculty, if you develop something which is not available in a public domain, you should always be proud of that. And once you develop such thing, there should be a process of protecting your own interest and institutional interest. I think the August speakers available today, they will be able to throw much more light on this. I'm very much appreciative of the organizers also to have taken the initiative to make this program. And I wish the organizers a very big success on this program. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, sir, for your speech. So I would now request Dr. Sarchan to this IP awareness program. Sir, please, you can start your session.
Thank you, Bhavesh sir and Jayanta Vasak sir, for your kind words. So myself, Dr. Kaushik Bag from Patent Office, Kolkata. So we are conducting this program on behalf of CGPTDM, and it is under NIIPM scheme. So sir has already introduced Dr. Abhishek Sachin. He will talk about different aspects of IPRs and related works, and I know that there is some sessions going on in your institution about the entrepreneurship program and all. I know, and I think this is the basic structure from you where you start from actually. So without much delay, I want to request Dr. Abhishek Sachin to start his lecture. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. So once again, good afternoon, everyone. I am Abhishek Sachin, and today we are going to discuss about how do we protect our intellectual property rights and why it is important to protect these rights. So, Government of India has launched this program for awaiting students and faculties in our country regarding the protection of IP rights. Because in recent years, the filing of patent applications from foreign nationals are much more higher than that of the application filed by our Indian nationals. Because our countries are full of talent, and there is a need of awareness in our faculties and students so that they can be able to protect their new things, innovations, and skills by these six different IP rights, which we will going to discuss. So, in this time, we have to focus how do we create an IP and what is the significance of its protection. So in the IPR, there is a term called property, intellectual property rights. So first we will understand what is a property. Property means something which belongs to a person and he or she holds all the rights for utilizing that thing. For example, if you have a car or a mobile phone or a laptop, if somebody wants to use that thing, then they have to ask a permission from you before using that thing for their any type of use. If it is your property, then they are bound to ask a permission from you. Otherwise, they cannot use that thing. So this is a basic definition of property. You hold all the rights on that thing, and you have a proper documentation. In any case, if you have to prove that this belongs to you. So, in broader sense, property can be categorized in two types: tangible and intangible. Tangible means physical things which we use in our daily life, like a car, house, mobile phone, furniture, any other appliances which we use in our daily life. We purchase them and we have a bill which proves that we have bought this thing from this store and at this date. So, this belongs to us. Similarly, there is another type of property which is intangible. Intangible means the things which we cannot see, feel, or touch. Means ideas which our minds will get every time. And if you look very carefully, all the things which we use in our daily life are in form of an idea at the very beginning. For example, your jewelry. The design of jewelry was inside a designer's mind before that person make it in reality. So all the mobile phone, laptop, television, car, everything inventions were in the mind of the creator who makes it in reality. That's why the power of intangible property is much more the tangible property because it can create a whole new dimension of revenue generation, which is
আরে
endless.
কতক্ষণে জয়েন করে নিয়েছি এবার সার্টিফিকেট পাওয়ার জন্য এটা দিয়ে দিই
Mute yourself. So these intangible properties are much more powerful than the tangible property. So intangible property is like inventions, literary and artistic works, designs, trademarks, all these things which have a huge impact on the economic and social development of a country as a nation. Because in developed countries in USA, around 6 to 8 lakhs patent application have been filed each year. In China, around 11 to 12 lakhs patent application have been filed each year. Compared to in our country, around 70,000 applications have been filed last year. So this is the difference. So to become a self-sufficient, a number one economic nation, like 5 trillion or more economy, we have to be more and more self-sufficient in this IP regime to file more and more patent, design, and trademark from our Indian national, so that we can sell our products in other market. We have to increase our export. For that, we have to be self-sufficient in protection of our own rights, our own interests. That's why the protection of these IP rights is very important. So in our country, six different types of IP rights have been covered by Government of India. First is patents, designs, trademark, geographical indications, copyrights, and semiconductor integrated circuit layout design. That is SICLD. So these are the six different categories in which Government of India is registering these IPR.
আমরা শুনতে চাই কিনা ইম্পর্টেন্ট না
So why these are important? Let's see this example of a laptop in which a single product, 5 different types of IP rights are there, and all of them decides the final cost of that product. All the technological part, display technology, and the latest things which have been covered by the patent. Then the outer body covering of the product, aesthetics is covered by design. Then the brand logo is covered by trademark. Then all the written material which have been provided uh, with the product is covered by copyright. Then the latest chipset, the motherboard, is covered by SICLD. So if you go for a latest technology, latest design, a branded product with the latest chipset, the cost will go higher because everything is protected by these IP rights and nobody else allowed to copy these things. That's why the cost is higher. So see, these things decides the cost of the product inherently, and everything which you use in your daily life has certain IP right hidden inside them. For that, we have to pay a certain cost for buying them. That's why this is very important. So the next question is, how do we create a IP right? As the name suggests, it is created by our intellect from our mind. And our mind starts working the moment it faces any problem, very basic problem, very huge problem, it doesn't matter. But the idea starts pouring in our mind the moment it sees problem. And it try to solve that problem in a particular way. Depending on that problem, for solution, it requires resources like a research group, a funding for carrying out experiment, for trial and error setup. It requires resources and it requires hard work and time. So when all these things, brain, resources, labor, hard work and time, when all of these things are combined, then the solution of that the problem in its matured form, in a proper documented form, is called as a IPR. For example, if we take a latest uh, suit for this Apple and Samsung. So there was a dispute that the Samsung and Apple, they Apple claimed that Samsung has copied their technology for pinch and zoom. So this Apple solved that problem for touch screen to create a zoom in and zoom out function, and they claim that somebody has copied their technology. So, and other example, for coronavirus vaccine, there was a problem to solve this pandemic by a vaccine. So scientists were involved to create a vaccine, and all these companies are in a race to develop a vaccine first. And if our country was not self-sufficient in creating our own vaccines, then the foreign companies have been exploited us by selling their vaccines at their own price. So these problems have been solved in a matured form, and the solution was an IP right. So see, if we don't have our vaccine, then we have to purchase the vaccines from foreign countries at the higher price. Now we have our own vaccine, then we are exporting this. For the technology part, like mobile phones, all the foreign companies are selling their products in our country and they see us as a market. So we have to change this. That's why this awareness program is organized. So after creating a property means you have to see a very basic problem. Like sir said, you have certain programs regarding entrepreneurship. For uh, creating a new startup, a new company, you have to have certain ideas in a matured form, in the solution of a problem in its final stage, in the form of a new product or a new process. And if that new product or a new process is patented or covered by any IP right, then you have all the rights to build a company, startup over that. So the protection of these IP rights is the foundation of the any entrepreneurship or any startup. So you have to understand the protection of these IP rights. First, you have to create it. Then you have to be very enlightened to protect them. So after getting the protection of your IP right, it excludes other people for utilizing that thing at any level for generation of revenue. They cannot use your technology for revenue generation. They can use it for any learning. That's why the patent is there, because you have to reveal your technology, and government is giving you protection, and they can learn, they can innovate over that, but they cannot use the same thing for the revenue generation. That means it excludes other people for utilizing that thing, and after that the owner of that IPR can utilize, commercialize, and earn revenue from their hard work and the time they have invested for generation of that IPR. If a person is self-sufficient or a company is self-sufficient that they can use that IP right for the revenue generation at their own, then they can use it. If like institutions like you have any patent or a design or anything, any IP right registered on your name, then you can license to other companies, startups, investors, so that they can work on your technology and generate revenue. And for that, they have to pay royalty to a part of a profit based on your contract to you. So then, in that case, you can license or assign your technology to other person or company. For franchise means if you have created any copyright, like for example, a cartoon character, a very famous uh, comic character. In that case, you can franchise it also. And merchandise it, like Disney and Marvel are doing their very famous cartoon characters for printing on the T-shirts of for the kids. So the technical ideas as well as non-technical ideas are very powerful, and the revenue generation is endless if it is very popular and if it is very useful. So this is the power of IPR. So we will discuss each IPR one by one. First is patent. Patent is awarded in our country for a new product or a new process. These are the two categories you can apply for a patent. In case of a new product, means the product does not exist before, and in case of a new process, means the product was there and you have created or invented a new process by which you are claiming that this process is more efficient, less power consuming, and you have reduced the number of reactors, or you have reduced the input and the output is higher. Efficiency is increased multiple folds compared to the previous process. In that case, a new process will also be granted as a patent by the government of India. So these are the two categories. And patent is awarded for 20 years from the date of your application. And patent is territorial right, means if you apply and get a patent in our country, then the all rights are reserved in our country. And if you think that your technology or your product or process is used in other countries, then you have to apply for a patent separately in those areas. So there are two ways for application: for convention applications and PCT applications. Using that route, you can apply for a patent application in those countries in which you think that your patent is useful, because it requires lots of money to apply for a patent. So companies are all only applying and getting patent only in those areas for which they think that these areas are suitable for them for utilizing their patent. So in this slide, you see all the very famous inventors with their inventions. And if you look very carefully, they are working on a very basic fundamental problem. And the invention was remarkable, and the invention just changed the society. The way we live today, these inventions have a huge impact on our daily life, like phonograph, telephone, aeroplane, vaccines, medicines, all of them. So it doesn't matter. Problem is huge or small. If it has a huge impact in our daily life, and if the invention is remarkable, then the patent can generate a huge amount of revenue. See another example. In this slide, you can see the LED stumps and bails, which are very popular in cricket these days. So the inventor solved a very basic problem. During critical time, it was very difficult to judge whether the ball hit the stump first or the batsman got inside the crease first, because there was a limitation of camera for capturing the frames. So sometimes the frame was missing due to the limitation of camera frames capturing. But the moment LEDs were incorporated, LED starts blinking in milliseconds the moment the ball hit the stumps, and the light can be captured by the camera much easier compared to the bales got off the stumps. So the decision making was very easy, and these stumps are a patented product. That's why you have seen these days no player is allowed to take these stumps and bales with them after the completion of match. Nobody is allowed to take these stumps because this is the property of the company, of the owner of that patent. And these stumps are very expensive. That's why they are using these stumps in very high profile matches. So this is another example of new invention. And this is the setup of these LEDs. LEDs were there, bales were there, and the inventor created a setup by which he made a new product using the existing products. So he got a patent for this his invention, and this is very popular. Another inventor from India, 8-year-old kid, second class student, got a patent for her invention. In this slide, you see other famous Indian inventions like Tata Nano car, vaccine, and Jaipur prosthetic feet. And for example, Tata Nano car, to cost cut their car, Tata Motors have applied numerous patents for new product and a new process, so that their competitors cannot copy these new product and new process for the cost cutting of their cars. So in this slide, you see different products and technologies. All of them have certain patented rights hidden inside them.
আচ্ছা আমি
So
সবার সঙ্গে
in
পেনটা
our
হারিয়ে
daily life, all the products which we use have certain patents hidden
Yeah, but
inside them,
very good.
and for which we have to pay a
রাখলাম
cost
পেনটা
to use them, and which company has generated by their research and development, because they have invested lots of money and time so that they can make a new product. And for that, they have increased the cost to make more revenue out of that product.
আবার টাকা 10,000 টাকা দিয়েছি আমি, এটা শূন্য বসিয়ে দিই 1,013 তেরো দেবো।
उस दिन की शुरुआत हर दिन की तरह हुई थी। आईपी नानी कराटे की प्रैक्टिस कर रही थी। उनकी घड़ी में घंटी बजती है।
अरे ये तो आविष्कार कुमार का मैसेज है। मुझे तुरंत उसके पास जाना होगा।
और आईपी नानी ने छोटू को फोन लगाया।
हेलो छोटू, तू अभी आ जा, हमें कहीं पहुंचना है।
हाँ अभी आया नानी। नानी हम कहाँ जा रहे हैं?
हम जा रहे हैं आविष्कार कुमार की लैब में। यूनिवर्सिटी में मेरा फेवरेट स्टूडेंट रह चुका है और अब एक साइंटिस्ट है। मेरी पौधी का घड़ी भी उसी की इन्वेंशन है।
वाह।
अरे नानी आप आगे
तुमने बुलाया है तो आना ही पड़ेगा। और ये मेरा नाती है छोटू।
क्या नानी, मेरा नाम आदित्य है, छोटू नहीं।
हाय आदित्य।
हाय सर।
आविष्कार, क्या इमरजेंसी है?
मैं आपको नई इन्वेंशन दिखाना चाहता हूँ। गेस करो मैंने क्या बनाया होगा।
हवा में उड़ती कार?
नहीं।
मैं बोलूं कोई ऐसी मशीन जिससे हम गायब हो जाए?
बिल्कुल भी नहीं।
अब बहुत हो गया, अब बताओ ना तुमने क्या इन्वेंट किया है?
मैंने बनाया एक टाइम मशीन।
क्या?
जी हाँ, एक टाइम मशीन जिससे हम अतीत और भविष्य में आ जा सकते हैं। आप बताओ, आप कौन से साल में जाना चाहते हो?
मुझे 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 नानी का बचपन देखना है।
What?
चलो फिर, चलो फिर।
अरे ये तो मेरे घर के पीछे वाले मैदान में आ गए हो। देखो देखो, वो मैं हूँ क्रिकेट खेलती हुई।
अरे वाह नानी, आप बचपन से ही रॉकिंग हो।
हमें वापस जाना होगा, इसमें अभी ज्यादा फ्यूल नहीं है।
ये तो सचमुच बहुत ही ब्रिलियंट इन्वेंशन है। अब तुम सबसे पहले इसे पेटेंट करा।
पेटेंट कराने में झंझट बहुत है, मेरे पास तो इतना पेशेंस भी नहीं है। अब मैं काम करूंगा या पेटेंट ऑफिस के चक्कर लगाऊंगा।
अरे नहीं सर, ये तो बहुत ही सिंपल है। पता है, मैंने एक जलेबी बनाने वाली मशीन का आविष्कार किया। अभी कुछ दिन पहले ही मैंने www.ipindia.nic.in पर जाकर पेटेंट फाइल किया है।
छोटू ठीक कह रहा है। अब सरकार ने सारा प्रोसेस बहुत ही आसान कर दिया है। तुम अपनी एप्लीकेशन ऑनलाइन भी फाइल कर सकते हो, और तो और वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग से हियरिंग भी हो जाएगी।
लेकिन जो सालों साल वेट करना पड़ता है, उसका क्या?
अब ये बात बहुत पुरानी हो गई है। आज की तारीख में भारत सरकार का प्रयास है कि 18 महीनों में ही पेटेंट ग्रांट हो जाए। उसके बाद कोई टेंशन नहीं, कोई भी तुम्हारे इस आविष्कार को इस्तेमाल नहीं कर सकता। हाँ, अगर तुम चाहो तो एक फीस लेकर किसी को लाइसेंस कर सकते हो अपने आविष्कार को यूज करने के लिए।
ऐसा क्या? मैं आज ही अपना पेटेंट फाइल करता हूँ। हाँ, अब देखता हूँ कौन मेरे इन्वेंशंस को चोरी करता है।
भारत सरकार हमेशा आपके हक के लिए आपके साथ है। अपनी बौद्धिक संपदा को सुरक्षित करें और गर्व से आगे बढ़ें।
So you can apply for a patent application online from our website ipindia.com. And next IP right is design. The design is basically related to the outer look of a product, its aesthetics. And to create a beautiful design, eye-catching design, it takes lots of effort, trial and error. So to reward a designer for his or her design, the design act is there to protect their new design, and the design can be registered for 10 years and it can be extended for next 5 years. So the maximum term of the design registration is 15 years. And design is solely just by its visual appeal. It should look new compared to the previous design. Then the design will be registered as a new design. But in under the design, the shape, configuration, surface patterns also can also be registered. For example, bottles. All of them are made of same type of material. For example, glass, plastic, and metal, and the utilities are nearly same. And the only difference is in their design. So the design of the product plays an important role in the sale or in its sale. For example, if you decide to buy a mobile phone or a laptop, and you have decided your budget and the configuration, then the final deciding factor is their design. The product you will buy, which is looking more beautiful compared to the competitor's product. So in this way, design is a very significant parameter in the sale of a product. That's why design registration is very important. So all of the product which fall under a similar category. For example, motorcycles of a same capacity, car of having a same type of price range, tiles, watches having the same type of price range. The only difference is in their design, and it is a last and deciding factor the for the consumer to decide they are going with this product or that product. And under the design, a single product or a set of a product can be registered as a single design. For example, jewelry set, which the cup set or shoes. The single product is a combination of two or three or more products, set of a product. So that's why a set can be also registered as a single design. And this is the example of a design certificate awarded by Government of India to designer. Next IP right is trademark. Trademark, as the name suggests, it is the symbol or mark under which a company sells their product. It can be any word, name, or symbol, and it identifies and distinguishes the product from its competitor. And the trademark also symbolizes the trust of the people which that company has gained over a very long period of time by selling their products, process, or services. So the trademark also resembles the trust of the people, and nobody is allowed to counterfeit their products to diminish the trust of that company or reducing the revenue of that company. That's why trademark is very important to register so that the counterfeited product can be easily found so that nobody can sell their product as a branded product. That's why trademark registration is very important for a business or a startup or any company to grow at a relatively faster pace. So in this slide, you see so many different products with their trademarks, and the moment you see their trademarks based on your previous experience, your mind decides that you are going to buy this product or service again or not, because it gives you a certain trust feeling inside your mind to buy the same type of product or services again and again. So the trademark includes names, collective marks, certification marks, taglines, shapes, sound mark like every time you open a laptop and you hear the specific sound of the windows. So that is a trademark sound. So all these things gives you a feeling that you are using a genuine product. So you have seen all these types of marks on different products. Trademark means the application is under process. TM means the trademark application is under process. When the trademark is registered, it is mentioned with encircled R. Next IP right is copyright. Copyright is basically protection provided by the government to the all the non-technical ideas like in form of literature, artwork, cinematography, all of them. It doesn't matter. The idea is always technical in nature. If non-technical ideas also have huge audience, that's why they are more power. They have a huge potential to generate revenue because to tell a good story, make a very impactful movie, write a very good novel, they cater a huge audience. That's why it is very important to protect your all non-technical ideas so that your hard work cannot be copied by any other person. So the Copyright Act prevent unauthorized copying and reproduction of your original work. And exclusive rights are given to the creator for their original content generation. So this is why you have, if you think that your work is original and genuine, then you should go for a copyright to protect your content. These are the subject matter of copyright: literature, artistic work, dramatical work, musical work, sound recording, and cinematography. And the term of the protection of these rights, term of the protection means during this term, the owner of that copyright or their legal representative will get a royalty if somebody wants to use their content for revenue generation. So for the published literature and drama and artistic and musical work, it is lifetime of the author plus 60 years. For cinematographic and movies, it is 60 years. For broadcasting right, it is 25 years. For the performance rights like live performance and theater performance, it is 50 years. Next IP right is SICLD. SICLD is a specific type of design which only registered the circuit design which we use in our electronics and electrical and computer science and IT area. And these circuit designs are very complicated. Nowadays, they are making these chipsets at nanometer scale. And these chipsets are the core of the computation field of that device. So, device is working on the everything is of the device is working around this chip and develop a new chip which is more powerful, having a higher computation ability and consuming less power. To create that chip, it takes lots of trial and error and it requires lots of research so that nobody else can copy this new chips design. SICLD is there to company or any person can register their new circuit design under SICLD, and the term of the registration of SICLD is 10 years. Under SICLD, these types of circuit design can be registered, which are mainly related to the advanced electrical, electronics, and information technology area. The moment you register your chipset, nobody can copy your design for next 10 years. And if they want to copy, then they have to ask permission from you so that they can use your latest circuit design for using in their products. That's why you have seen at the end of every commercial of the laptop and mobile phone, they are telling that they are using this chipset, either Intel, AMD, Snapdragon, anything. So that's why they have to tell that they are using the chipset or chip circuit design from this company. That's why this is a mandatory for them because they are not using their own chipset. And the last IP right is geographical indication.
কমিশন পাবো তাহলে আপনি ডাইরেক্ট রিচিকে গিয়ে বলুন বা অফিসার স্যারকে বলুন আর যদি দিতে না হয় তাও দেবেন না আমি লিখে দিচ্ছি দেয়নি
चिड़िया चोर के साथ घमासान के बाद
আর অ্যাপ্रोचটা হচ্ছে অ্যাজ পার নোটিফিকেশন
अब आईपी नानी बिजी हो गई पोती की शादी की तैयारियों में संगीत वाले दिन जब छोटू उनसे मिला तो
वाओ नानी, आप तो बिल्कुल छाए हुए हो। आपके सामने तो मधुबाला को भी कॉम्प्लेक्स हो जाए।
ओए मस्का लगाना बंद कर। ये बता तुझे क्या चाहिए?
नानी, आपने तो मेरा दिल ही तोड़ दिया। क्या एक प्यारा सा लाडला सा बच्चा अपनी नानी को कॉम्प्लीमेंट भी नहीं दे सकता।
अच्छा चल एक्सेप्ट किया तेरा कॉम्प्लीमेंट। बता तुझे क्या चाहिए?
बस आपकी बात की वो स्पेशल वाली चाय पी है।
बस इतनी सी बात के लिए इतना बड़ा मस्का?
मस्का नहीं नानी, आप सचमुच बहुत ही रॉकिंग लग रही हो। ये साड़ी आप पर बहुत ही अच्छी लग रही है।
अरे ये तो स्पेशल लखनवी चिकनकारी है। लखनवी चिकनकारी पूरी दुनिया में मशहूर है। ये अपनी खूबसूरत और बारीक एम्ब्रॉयडरी के काम के लिए फेमस है। लेकिन पता है इसकी सबसे बड़ी खासियत क्या है?
क्या है?
ये एक रजिस्टर्ड जीआई है।
जीआई? वो क्या होता है नानी?
जीआई का मतलब होता है जियोग्राफिकल इंडिकेशंस, हिंदी में जिसे भौगोलिक उपदर्शन कहते हैं। ये किसी समुदाय का बौद्धिक अधिकार है, वो विरासत जिन्हें प्रोटेक्ट और एनकरेज करने की बहुत आवश्यकता है। मुख्यतः इन टाइप्स में रजिस्टर्ड होती है। natural goods, manufactured goods, textiles, handicrafts, food stuff.
अच्छा
चल अब ना किचन में चलते हैं और गर्मा गर्म चाय बनाते हैं।
हाँ हाँ हाँ
किचन की ओर जाते हुए नानी ने छोटू को अपना देश घुमा दिया।
छोटू
जी नानी
ये देख, ये पेंटिंग देख, ये एक मधुबनी पेंटिंग है बिहार की, और ये है हिमाचल की कांगड़ा पेंटिंग।
টাকাটা কোথায় ছিল? আপনার কাছে ছিল?
तेरे नानू को देश की कला और संस्कृति से जुड़ी हुई चीजों को इकट्ठा करने का बहुत शौक है।
अच्छा
ये कठपुतलियां देख रहा है,
हाँ
ये राजस्थान की है। इसी तरह छत्तीसगढ़ से बस्तर ढोकरा, आंध्र प्रदेश से तिरुपति लड्डू, असम से मुगा सिल्क, नागालैंड से नागा मिर्च और मध्य प्रदेश के बाघ प्रिंट, ये सब रजिस्टर्ड जीआईज हैं।
ओके
हमारे देश की कला और संस्कृति का प्रतीक है। हमारे देश में हुनर और कला का इतना भंडार है कि अभी से ही 300 से ज्यादा रजिस्टर्ड जीआईज हैं।
वाह नानी
चल अब तू चाय बनाने में मेरी मदद कर। एक बर्तन में पानी ले और उबालने के लिए रख।
यस बॉस
আমাদের পাশেই একটা গভর্নমেন্ট হসপিটাল আছে।
पता है छोटू, तुझे मेरे हाथ की चाय इतनी पसंद क्यों है?
क्यों है नानी
क्योंकि ये स्पेशल दार्जिलिंग की चाय है। ये देश की सबसे पहली रजिस्टर्ड जीआई है जो 2004 में रजिस्टर्ड हुई थी।
लेकिन नानी एक बात बताओ इस जीआई से फायदा क्या होता है?
देखो छोटू, ज्यादातर जीआई गांव के समुदाय के होते हैं। इनसे कारीगरों, बुनकरों, किसानों की आमदनी बढ़ती है, उनको अपनी मेहनत का सही दाम मिलता है और उन वस्तुओं की डिमांड भी बढ़ती है। साथ साथ खरीदने वालों को भी विश्वास हो जाता है कि वो एक जेन्युइन चीज खरीद रही है।
ओह वैसे नानी मुझे एक आइडिया है।
अरे वाह छोटू, तेरे को आइडिया?
यस नानी अगले महीने कॉलेज से मेरे कुछ दोस्त आ रहे हैं, क्यों ना मैं उन्हें हमारे देश के कुछ सुंदर जीआई प्रोडक्ट्स गिफ्ट में दूं?
ये तो बहुत ही अच्छा आइडिया है छोटू। उन्हें ये चीजें जरूर पसंद आएंगी और हमारे देश की कला का नाम भी होगा।
देखा नानी आपकी संगत में मैं कितना इंटेलिजेंट हो गया हूँ।
हाँ भाई, ये बात तो
আমি নেবো নাকি আমি তুলছি আমার নিজের কাজের জন্য?
और इस
আমার
तरह
কমিশন আছে।
एक बार फिर अपनी नानी ने आईपीआर का झंडा ऊंचा लहरा दिया।
হ্যাঁ সেন আর কে? অমিতাভ।
So a geographical indication is the IP right, which is awarded to a community which reside at a specific geographical locations, and they are making any traditional products or cultivating a crop, and they are related to a medium to small scale industry, and they are making a traditional product or a crop over a very long period of time. So they are expert in that field or making that product, and the moment the GI tag is awarded to them, it gives them a recognition so that they can sell their product at in national level, and they can also export their product. And after getting a recognition,
2000 টাকা দিয়েছে
their
1000 টাকা
revenue
দেয়নি।
generation is increased because the consumers who like these products can pay a slight premium price for these original and genuine products, which have a qualities and properties of that specific geographic location. So this is the significance of a GI. If you see around your area that some communities are making any genuine traditional product which is not registered under GI, then you can encourage them to get a GI tag so that their revenue generation can be increased, which will lead to their uh, uh, increased socio-economic level, so that their life can become better. So you can see in this slide numerous examples of the GI tags like Darjeeling tea and Nilgiri tea, Nagpur oranges, and etc. So these are the genuine products which have certain properties based on that area, and that properties reflect in these products. which people like. So other examples, Makrana marble, Kanchipuram silk. So the people who lives in the Kanchipuram, they are making saris since a very long time. So those small scale industry who are working at the Kanchipuram are awarded that Kanchipuram silk tag, GI tag, and they are only eligible person who can sell their sari under a Kanchipuram silk GI tag. Not a person at Jalandhar can sell, make the similar type of saris and sell them at a Kanchipuram GI tag. So this gives them a uniqueness because they are the original persons or the community who are making these sarees since a very long time. So they are the expert. If somebody is copying their product and making it at other place of the country, so this is not allowed because they are awarded as a GI tag. Other examples of a GI tags, as you have seen in the video, 300 GI tags have been awarded till date to the different types of traditional products and crops. Some more examples of the traditional crops and the agricultural products. And this is the example of a GI tag certificate awarded to the community. So there is the last video which will tell that every product which we use in our daily life has certain hidden IP rights. So thank you so much for listening. And if you have any question regarding any IP right, then you can ask.
If anybody have any question, you can ask. If any participants have any question regarding this trademark, patent, all these things, you can ask this to Dr. Sanjay. Okay, sir. I think, sir, nobody don't have any question. So
Okay.
thank you, sir, for your this important session. I would like to request our Dean of Research, Professor Dr. Ashok Kumar Shah. Sir, are you there? Hello. Ashok sir, are you there?
হ্যাঁ জয়ন্ত স্যার
Yes. Yes, sir. So I request our Dean of Research and Development, Professor Dr. Ashok Kumar Shah, to give the vote of thanks.
am I audible
Yes, you are audible.
জয়ন্ত স্যার am I audible
Yes, you are audible, but your voice cracking.
now audible sir
Audible, but sir, there's a background noise. You may turn off your video if you have the low bandwidth.
okay. So can I start now
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
so good afternoon all of you on behalf of Budge of Technology it is my great pleasure to convey my sincere thanks to the speaker of today's program on IPR, Dr. Sanchez. Your session was and all of our students and all participants. So thank you very much for that. From your busy schedule, you have just spared your precious time for our college. I would also like to thank the organizing committee and convener of IICL, Professor Jayanta Prasad, and all of his members for organizing the program. I would also like to thank the executive director madam who has given the permission for all these programs. I would also like to thank the director center academics and the academics for their support. I would also like to thank all of my faculty members and staff who have attended and registered in the program. And at last, I would like to thank all of my dear students and colleagues for attending the program. So hopefully in future also we will have some more sessions that may be in online mode or offline mode also. So thank you very much for attending the seminar. Over to you, Jayanta sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sanjan sir, once again for your valuable speech and important time. Okay, so we will conclude our session here. Uh, thank you, everybody, for participating.
Thank you, sir. So I'm going to.
Thank you, sir.
This was a really interesting meeting, sir. I enjoyed it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.